How you doing today, folks? Now, I was actually going to take a break from uploading, right? But I just saw something, and I don't record like movie reviews or anything like that usually, that I just have to talk about. Now, let's set the stage, right? It is currently 4:19 in the morning. My girlfriend is currently working a series of night shifts, and I've not really been able to see her at all as a result. So today is her first day off in a while. So I decided to stay up all night with her so she can keep on her same schedule. And also, I just missed her, frankly. And we're sitting on the couch, and I'm trying so hard not to fall asleep. I'm dozing. I'm sipping on coffee. The coffee's doing nothing at all. We're browsing through the Amazon watch list thing on Shudder. And we come across a film called Mad God. It says it's an animation, but other than that, it's extraordinarily vague. It has this weird amorphous picture of this guy kind of doing this on the actual cover. But other than that, I know nothing else about this film. I am seconds away from falling asleep, frankly. I'm absolutely exhausted when we press play. I sit up, slap my face a couple of different times to try to give myself a couple more minutes of just actually being awake. And then I start watching something. It is an hour and 20-minute long film. And I'm pretty sure I barely even blinked while watching it. It took me from being in this absolute, supremely exhausted state to being fully enraptured in the insanity in which I was watching. And I do mean insanity. This is a film that will probably not make sense to a lot of people. If it does make sense to you, the content might also just be too grotesque, too weird, too strange, too macabre, too fantastical. All of these things somehow are wrapped into one thing in this film in a way that for me really, really works. Now, this is a movie that has virtually no dialogue. The first 40 minutes, nobody says a single word in the actual movie. When they do, it is some gibberish on the radio, and then there's a couple little words towards the very end. This is told exclusively through cinematography, through stop motion animation, through jeering and jittery and jarring actual real life animation, and all different types of the medium, right, to create this cinematic experience that this sounds so contrite and so basic is unlike anything I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's not close. This is a movie that took me from absolute sheer exhaustion almost to the point to where I was hallucinogenic and just had me sit enraptured, afraid to blink because everything crossed in and out of the screen so quickly that every single time I blinked, I missed some key integral piece that my girlfriend saw, but I didn't, or then things that I saw that she didn't, and ended up becoming this thing, right, because it has no dialogue, where we discussed everything. Every single thing that popped on screen, we're breaking apart theories, we're breaking apart what this may or may not be. This might be about transitioning to the different circles of hell. It's also potentially about killing God or the devil or who knows who. It's so very vague, but it's just so interesting and enrapturing and incredible. And now I'm sitting here at 4 o'clock in the morning in my garage, and it's 30 degrees outside, and I'm wearing basketball shorts like I per usual, no shoes, and I'm shivering, but I'm shivering, I don't even care. I just want to sit there and talk to you guys about this film because I encourage every single person to go out there and watch it. Now, it might be too intense for you. It might be too weird for you. There could be a myriad of different reasons why you absolutely hate this movie, right? And every single one of them is entirely justified. But if it does sit with you the way it sat with me, and especially if you had a couple friends in the room, a partner, a girlfriend, whatever the case may be, a couple buddies drinking some beers or whatever, and just dissect what is on the actual screen, I think you will find something to love. I think every single person will find something to love and probably multiple things to hate as well. But again, you will find that love. It is a film that I really cannot describe. And you might think that's me just being contrite, right? You might think it's me just being facetious. You might think it's me just being vague. But I encourage you to watch it. Within the first 5 minutes, you'll understand. And from that 5 minutes onwards, it never stops until the credits actually roll. I have no idea what I just watched, but I know that it impacted me. I know that I loved it. I know that part of me hated it, but a bigger part of me was just intrigued by it. It's such a complicated, interesting miasma of ideas that all kind of compounded into this thing that is just Mad God. And what does that Mad God mean? What is the point of that whole story? Hell, what is the point of this video right the hell now? At the end of the day, it's all open to interpretation. That film was poetry. Poetry in stop motion. And as such, what I got from it will be different from what you got from it. And if you're in a room with 10 people, I guarantee you those 10 people are going to have a different idea what the hell they just watched. And like true and good, genuine poetry, every single one of those ideas will be right. Because at the end of the day, it is all up to the viewer. It's entirely subjective. And it is something that is just incredible. I don't want to ramble. We're 6 minutes in, so I'm going to cut it right here. But I just want to be very clear here. If I had to give this film a review, as far as a true and genuine score, I could not do it. It is a roller coaster of 1 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 2 to 10 to freaking, it goes up and down so fast in a crazy way to where just an arbitrary score will never, by any stretch of imagination, do this film justice. Go out, watch it. Probably don't watch it with your kids. There's some pretty disturbing things in it. Or if you have disturbed kids, then have at it. It's incredible. It's just incredible. I'm trying to explain it and I just can't. As always, folks, I love you all. Please take care and go out and watch Mad God. Get a free trial on Shudder. Sit down. Don't prepare for anything in particular. Keep an open mind and just watch. And you'll understand what I'm talking about again within the first 5 minutes, you being dumbfounded by what's on screen, the crazy amount of work on display, the massive amount of artistry on display, and everything that's just going. And from the word go to the credits, it just keeps on rolling. And it's incredible. I love you guys. Please take care. Have a great night. And I'm going to go to bed. Oh, it's late.